Hello everyone, I am Professor Dr. Biswajoy Chatterjee from University of Engineering and Management, UEM Jaipur. I will be showing you on desktop that how you run a C program, how you write C programs and how you run it. I will be taking few sessions and I am sure that you will, through these sessions, you will be able to learn that how you write C programs and how you can run those. So let us follow. Thank you.
Okay. So, the first thing that you need to do is install this Turbo C. This Turbo C software you need to install to write the programs. So, how does it look like? See, this is the look of the icon. If you click on it, then you will see how it looks like. This is C++, Turbo C++ for Windows. It looks like this. You will see it very soon. This is the look of the software that you need to install. So, you can very easily search for this Turbo C in Google and install it. However, I will show you the link also from where you can download it very easily. So, what is that link? That link is File Horse. Check out what, if you just open a new tab, it is https://www.filehorse.com/download-turbo-c, enter. So, this is the link from where you can freely download this. So, you can download it from here simply by clicking on this. So, this is how you download it, get this editor ready, and once you are ready, we will start with this program. The first program that we will learn is to write hello. Say I want to write a program which will write hello on screen. How we will do that? Using C language. So, for that I open this Turbo C++ for Windows, this editor I open. Now, how to write a program which will print hello on the screen? For that, what I do is I press Alt F to open a new file. If you press Alt F, file menu opens. So, you want to open a new file. So, this is a new file where you want to write a program where hello will be printed. How to do that? See, for any program, few things you will have to always write. You will always have to remember, you will have to always write. That is, you need to start the program by writing #include stdio.h followed by #include conaio.h. Sorry, #include stdio.h followed by #include conaio.h. So, these are the two things you firstly need to write, #include stdio.h followed by #include conaio.h. Now, you write main and you write like this, a bracket closes and bracket opens and then closes, followed by a second bracket, and this bracket closes. Between these two second bracket, whatever you write is your program. So, your program of printing hello on the screen will be written within these two brackets. So, please remember, this is the basic thing you need to write in all programs, irrespective of what program you write. You need to write #include stdio.h, #include conaio.h, followed by you start main, then you start a bracket, close that bracket, within that bracket your program will exist. So, your program is to print hello. How you do that? Very simple, printf, you need to, anything you want to print, anything you want to print on screen, you write printf. Printf what? Printf hello. You want to print hello, simply write printf hello. You get it? So, this is your program. Your program is as simple as that. #include stdio.h, #include conaio.h must be written, main followed by main you must be written, bracket, within this bracket whatever you write, that is your program. So, to print anything on screen, you just need to write printf followed by hello, that is it. Now, if you want to exit the program, at the end it is better to write something like get ch. Why you write this? I will explain later, that will come at a later stage when you understand many other things. It is better to end a program by writing get ch. I will always request you to write this program, to write this get ch to end the program. Now, you want to run this program, How do you run this program? Very simple. For running this program, you have to press run. You see on the menu there is file followed by edit followed by search followed by run, you see on top, there you want to run the program. So, you press Alt R. So, this run is coming, you enter, run this program, the program has run. See what you see on screen? On screen you see hello. So, you wanted to print hello, that hello has been printed. You press and enter and go back to your program. Do you want to run this program again? Again hello will be printed. See, again you run this program. For that again you have to click on run. So, for that Alt R. So, Alt R. So, see how you run this program? Press run. Do you see what happens? Hello, hello. Why twice? The first time you ran this program, hello had been printed, that hello is still there on screen. Second time you have run the program, again hello has been on screen. So, you can guess, if I run this program a third time, what will happen? These two hellos will not vanish, these two hellos will be there on screen. If you run the program again, hello will again be printed, you will be able to see 3 hellos. See, I run this program again, Alt R. So, run. See, hello, 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 3. Now, you say, I want only one hello, that is the previous 2 outputs I do not want to see. What will you do? For that, the thing is, before you print this hello, you write clear screen, CLR, clear screen followed by this bracket and run. If you run this program now, see, at the very beginning I told you anything that you run within the write within the main is your program. So, you start by writing clear screen. So, the first thing that your program does is it clears the screen, whatever was there previously, that program has been cleared out. So, see, clear screen has been written. So, initially the screen will be cleared, then hello will be printed and get ch to end the program always. So, I run this program again. How to run? Alt R, run, enter. So, see what happens? Now, only one hello on screen, because the screen was cleared initially. If you run the program again, will there be 2 hellos? No, there will be only one hello, because again if you run this program, again clear screen will run. So, clear screen will run means it will again clear out the screen, followed by it will print hello. So, let me run this program once more, Alt R. So, run, enter. See, hello has been printed because the screen was cleared the first time that was printed, that has been cleared when you run the program second time. This is how you write your first program. So, I think this is clear for you. Now, suppose I want to write a second program, another program. So, again Alt F followed by new. So, new, it is already there on new, enter, another program I want to write. This time I will take an input from the user and I will tell him to print that. Whatever you want to print, you just want to take something from the user and you want to just print that. What is that? I want to input from this user, enter a number. Say you user enters 5, so you will be printing 5. If user enters 7, you will be printing 7. So, how you write the program? Same way, you always start the program by writing #include stdio.h. Sorry, there is some mistake. #include stdio.h followed by #include conaio.h followed by main. So, you start the program and this is your bracket. Within this, whatever you write, that will be printed. So, what did I tell you? I told you, you are going to take something from the user and you are going to print that only. So you start the program with clear screen, because you want the same thing, you want the screen to be blank before you start, and you end the program with get ch. Between these two you write your code. You want the user to write something. So you write printf, whatever you write within printf, that is printed on screen. So within printf you write enter a number, so that user understands that he will have to enter a number. So seeing this enter a number, user will definitely understand that he will have to enter a number. So you will enter that number. So you have printed printf enter a number. Now if you just execute this part of the code, what will happen? I run it. You know what will happen? Alt R, run, enter a number. See, if the user wants to enter a number, he will go out of the program, he will come back here, because you have not done anything after that, you have only printed enter a number. It is nothing other than your printf hello program. Instead of printing hello, you are printing enter a number. No, so this part will not do. You will have to input this number from the user. Enter a number only prints on screen that the user needs to enter a number. Now you want to scan that number that the user has entered. What to do? Scanf. Scanf means you are scanning the number that the user entered. How you scan it? You write %d. Now here d means decimal. You expect the user to enter a decimal number, so you are scanning a decimal number. So where do you scan it? You scan it within any variable, say number. Number is a variable. Now that means you need to define that variable. So you start the program by writing int number. Please understand this point. What have I done? Int number means I have declared a variable called number. A variable called number has been declared. That is, you will be using this variable called number within your program. So because this number is now declared as a variable, this is a number variable, it is declared as an integer. So definitely when the user enters a number, you are scanning that number, decimal number. You see scanning, this scanf scanning d decimal number, you are scanning that decimal number within the variable number. Read it like this. You told the user printf, What have you told him? Printf enter a number, told the user enter a number. Scanf means you are scanning. What are you scanning? You are scanning a decimal number. Where are you scanning? Within the variable called number. So after this, whatever the user enters, that will be entered within the variable called number. Now if you have to print then, whatever the user entered, you will have to write printf, because you want to print that again, whatever user has entered. You have entered. What have you entered? You have entered. Now if you write quotes, it will only print you have entered. So you will write you have entered %d. You have entered a decimal number. What decimal number? This %d will be replaced by this number. Why have I written number? Because you had scanned whatever the user had entered, you had scanned that within the variable called number. Now you are printing you have entered %d. You have entered %d means you have entered a decimal number. Which decimal number? This %d will be replaced by number. So printf this number. This is as simple as that. You have scanned a number, you have told the user printf enter a number. Scanf %d ampersand number, within number you scan that decimal number. Then you are saying you have entered this number, because that number already contains the number that you have scanned. So let me run this program again. Alt R, enter, run. See, this program has enter a number, you enter 57, entered. See, you have entered 57, you had written you have entered %d. So that %d has been replaced by the number because you have scanned the number. Once more you check this. Printf enter a number. You have told the user enter a number. By seeing this enter a number, I run this program again. Alt R, run. You have written printf enter a number. So it is saying enter a number. So you understand you have to enter a number. So you enter 64. So this 64, what happens? You have entered 64. Why is this happening? Because scanning, you are scanning this within number, a variable called number which you have declared as int number. So scan that 64 within that variable number. Then you are printing you have entered %d, which means you have entered this %d will be replaced by the number. So that number contains 64. You have entered 64. Had you written you have entered number followed by percent, you have entered percent d followed by number, so it is printing that 64. So this is the program. I once again run it. I think you have understood this. Alt R, run, enter a number 32, you have entered 32. So you understand this. Now this looks very bad when you are writing enter a number, there is no gap after that. So if you write a colon after this followed by a blank space, you will get a bit of space and it will look good. See, I run this program again now. Alt R, run. You have enter a number colon blank space. Now you understand it better. 43, you have entered 43. I think you understand this very well. So please use this program, write these programs now. Take a bit of break, write these programs and then come back. Now the next program that we write, here I will input, I will take two numbers from the user and I will print both those numbers. I will take two numbers and write the numbers that you have entered are this and this. So I start in the same way, hash include stdio.h followed by hash include conaio.h. The same way I start the program, hash include stdio.h, hash include conaio.h. This is the same way of starting my program, main, and whatever I write within the brackets, that will be my program. What was my program now? My target is I will take two numbers from the user and I will ask him that this and I will tell him that the two numbers that you have entered are this and this. So how will I do that? Don't forget that I will write clear screen at the beginning to make the screen blank. So clear screen I have written at the very beginning. This is my standard way, and obviously at the end I will have a get ch and whatever I write will be between these two. Now how to write the program? I will have to tell the user to print or enter two numbers. So I will do exactly that. Printf, I tell him, printf means whatever I don't write on screen that is coming. So he will be able to read that. Printf enter two numbers. I just write printf enter two numbers, colon a blank space so that it looks good, enter two numbers. So obviously this time I will need two number variables to scan those two. So I will have to again declare two integers. What are they? Int a comma b. I don't call them number this time. I just call a and b. I can name them anything. So int a and b. So the two numbers that the user will enter will have to be scanned within two variables a and b. So what I do is I write same thing, scanf followed by %d, d means decimal, followed by I write ampersand a comma ampersand b. This is my way, this is the way of writing in C language. So two numbers, I expect the user, because I write enter two numbers, so whenever I run this program, user will be able to see enter two numbers. So it is expected user will enter two numbers. So I will scan two numbers. Now to scan two numbers, I will need two %ds. You must agree with me. Scanf %d, ampersand a, ampersand b. I will need two scanfs. So I do exactly that, scanf %d, followed by ampersand a, ampersand b. Two scanfs I will need, followed by, now I will print this two. Printf, I will say these are the two numbers you entered. The two numbers you entered where? What are the two numbers? %d and %d, the two decimal numbers. Interesting. %d and %d. So now what are those two numbers? Those two numbers are a comma b. See this first a, the a will replace the first %d, the b will replace the second %d. So the two numbers you entered, it will show the two numbers you entered were this and this. So this is how you write the program. So now these two numbers will be printed. So do you understand? Again from the beginning, clear screen, followed by declare two variables a and b. I tell him enter two numbers. I scan those two numbers within a and b, scanf %d, ampersand a comma ampersand b. Printf, the two numbers you entered were %d and %d. So the A is going to replace, I have written A comma B, the A is going to replace the first person D, B is going to replace the second person D, and in scanf you have scanned, before that in scanf you have scanned those two numbers in A and B, ampersand A, ampersand B. So please have a look at this program carefully before I run it. Now I run this program. How? Alt R. Anywhere I tell you, anywhere you feel there is any problem, you feel, again listen to this video. You can just go back and listen to once more. Anyway, Alt R, I am running this program, run. So okay, enter two numbers. So the two numbers I entered are 54, enter 76. So two numbers I have entered are 54 and 76. So I enter again. The two numbers you entered were 54 and 76. You wanted exactly that. You check out, enter two numbers 54, 76. The two numbers you entered were 54 and 76. Now let me tell you that if you would have written somewhere over here, enter two numbers, printf enter two numbers you have written over here. If you write a /n, please understand, /n, not any blank. I have replaced the blank space by /n. Do you check this? This one, /n. Just instead of the blank space, I write /n. What is this /n doing? /n means new line. After entering the two, after printing enter two numbers, it will go to a new line. So your input of number will start from a new space, a new line, not a new space, new line. So again I run it, you will be understanding the difference. See, run. See, enter two numbers. Where is your cursor? In the next line. Because of the /n, your cursor is in the next line. It is not in the same line which was looking bad. If you enter 54, it is entered here. Enter 76, it is entering here. So the two numbers are entered in the two new lines. The two numbers, again I press enter, the two numbers you entered were 54 and 76. I run this program again, Alt R, run. This time enter two different numbers, 76, 91. What will it print? The two numbers you entered were 76 and 91. Check the programs once more. This A and B, the two numbers you entered were %D and %D. Your A and B, they are replacing your two %Ds. The A is replacing the first %D, B is replacing the second %D. So I think this is fine. Now suppose I change this program a little more. Suppose I want to also print the sum of these two numbers. I print the numbers, say 54 and 76 have been entered by the user. I want to print the two numbers you entered were 54 and 76, and I also want to print, and the sum of these two numbers are this. So what to do? I need another variable, say I call it sum. I have taken int a comma b, I take another variable called sum. Check out here, over here, I have taken int a comma b comma sum. I have taken another variable sum. So I printf enter two numbers /n, because next new line I want to go. I scan %D, ampersand A, ampersand B. I scan within A and within B. So the two numbers entered, where are they? They are within A and within B. Whatever the user has entered, the two numbers are within A and B. So I know the two numbers are in A and B. So I can print the two numbers you entered were %D, %D, but I also want to print it sum. So one thing I can do is, before this printf, I write sum is equal to A plus B. See, I know the two numbers entered by the user are in A and B variables. So I just add those two variables A and B and catch the sum within the variable called sum. Sum equal to A plus B. So I print the two numbers you entered were %D and %D, A comma B. So A and B will be printed, and I also want to print it sum. So can I write the two numbers you entered were %D and %D, and their sum is, and the sum is %D. What is their sum? Who will replace this third %D? I think you can understand, everybody can understand now, that this third %D will be replaced by the variable called sum, because this sum is now having the A plus B. See, sum is equal to A plus B. So the sum contains the sum of A and B. So the two numbers you entered were %D and %D, and the sum is %D, that is sum. So A will replace this first %D, B will replace the second %D, and some variable will replace the third %D. So this is what exactly you want. Let me run this program and see what happens. Alt R, run, enter two numbers. I entered 34 21. So the two numbers I have entered are 34 and 21. So if I press enter again, it will show the two numbers you entered are 34 and 21, and their sum is the sum of these two. See what happens. The two numbers you entered were 34 and 21, and their sum is 55, because 34 plus 21 is 55. I hope you have understood this. I will request you to write the program once more. Write this sum program once more. Let me write it once again for you. Starting from the beginning, let me delete this whole thing and write it again for you. This backspace. You have to use this backspace to delete the whole thing. So let me start the program once more. You remember, hash include stdio.h, common thing, hash include conaio.h, followed by main, followed by you start the program, you end the program, whatever you write between this is your program. So let me start this. Very sorry. Let me start this. So I will need to write clear screen. To clear the screen and keep the screen blank, I will end it with get ch. I will end it with get ch. So I will now write printf, enter two numbers. I will write enter two numbers colon slash n. Why slash n? So that it goes to the new line. So from this new line, the scanning of the two writing of the two numbers begin. So I scan these two numbers in two variables. So I write %d, two variables, followed by ampersand a, ampersand b. So the two variables are scanned within a and b, but a and b has not been declared. You need to declare it at the very beginning, int a, b. So scanf %d, ampersand a, ampersand b. Do you notice one thing? I have given a colon at the end of every line. At the end of every line, you must give this semicolon. Okay, this is the must for C language. So scanf %d, ampersand a, ampersand b. Now you need to print the two numbers a and b, and also their sum. So to calculate the sum, I need a third variable. So you can write sum. So you just a and b, you just need to add them. Sum is equal to a plus b colon, and to the next line you need to print these three variables a, b and c. So you can simply write printf you entered %d and %d, and the sum is %d. You understand this? This is very simple. This is, you have entered %d and %d, sum is %d. So your first %d has to be replaced by a, the second %d has to be replaced by b, and the third %d, that is the sum, has to be replaced by the variable sum. So here it is. Well, you just now execute this program. I think you have understood this. You can execute this program now right from the beginning. So how you do it? Alt-R run. Why two errors? Check out. This is very interesting. You have to see where the errors are. Printf and unterminated string or character constant. Where is it? Printf enter %d. Oh yes. See where my error is. The error is I have not used this. I have not closed this string /n. You check out this colon I missed out. Because of this colon it was showing error. So I've just given this bracket close, this colon end. So now I again run this program, Alt-R run. No errors, enter two numbers. I enter two small numbers, 7 and 6. So the sum of the two numbers is 13. You entered 7 and 6 and the sum is 13. Now suppose if instead of sum I would have calculated the difference, it hardly matters. I just cleared this, I just delete this plus and write minus. Suppose I run this program, what will happen? Just the sum is going to contain the difference, though it does not look good, but I run this program, Alt R, run. I enter 8 and 2. What will it show? 8 and 2, and the sum is 6, which is totally wrong because I have written minus, so it has given this a minus b. So instead of sum, let me call it difference. Difference. So the variable which I had declared as sum, let me call it difference. And also when I print it, I should not write the sum is %d. Instead of writing sum, I should write difference is %d. So you entered %d and %d, and the difference is %d. You have entered a and b, and the difference is a minus b. So now we understand difference is a minus b. You have entered the two numbers, and this is the difference between the two. You now run this now, it will look good. Alt R, run. Oh sorry, error, undefined symbol sum. Where have I used the symbol sum? Oh sorry, here you have not replaced the sum by difference. This is the error, diff, difference, because this d has to be replaced by the difference, the variable you have called difference this time. Now I run it, Alt R, run. So enter two numbers. I have entered now 81 and 21. The difference is 60, 81 minus 21. So see what it prints. You entered 81 and 21, and the difference is 60. So you have understood this. You could have done anything. Say like instead of the difference, you could have printed the product. Say instead of difference, I could have write PROD. I deliberately named this variable product. Instead of writing difference, I can write PROD, product. And instead of a minus b, this must be into sign, multiplication. So you have entered %d and %d, and the difference, not the difference, and their product is, a, b, and instead of difference, just PROD, product. So the a and b is multiplied over here, and their product is PROD. So you understand this? I have taken three variables once more. Let me run this program again. Alt R, enter. So the two numbers 6, 7. So 6 into 7 is 42. See what it's print. You entered 6 and 7, and their product is 42. I think you have understood this. In this way, division can also be done. I will come to it gradually. So I think you take a bit of break, run these programs again, and then we will come back. Now next I try to print sum, difference and product in one program. So how I do that? Sorry. So same way, hash include stdio.h is a mandatory thing, hash include kunayo.h, and these are the basic things I need to do, followed by the main, as I have told earlier. Bracket opens, bracket closes. Anything you write between these brackets is your program, and you start with a clear screen, so that your output screen is absolutely cleared before your program starts executing, and you end your program with a getch. Now I told you I want to input two numbers, then I want to print the sum, I want to print the difference, and I also want to print the product. So how to do that? Very simple. I will again need two integers a and b, in which I will input. Now apart from inputting, I will be calculating the sum somewhere, I will be calculating the difference somewhere. I will keep the difference variable, so difference has to be kept somewhere, and the product variable also needs to be kept somewhere. So these things I define from the very beginning. Now I start by the same way, printf enter two numbers. See, one thing I will request you all, whenever I am telling you the things, before you see the program, you can yourself try once. Like this program that I am trying, this program is, I will input the two numbers from the user, and I will print the sum, the difference and the product in one program. How you can do that? You can try it yourself, pausing this video, then again come back and check. So I continue, printf enter two numbers. So once I write printf enter two numbers, the two numbers will be inputted. As I told you, it is better to put a colon, so that the colon gets printed along with a /n, so that you go to the new line, the cursor goes to the new lines and makes the user input from a new line. Now I scan the two numbers, scanf that is scanf, as I have already told quite a number of times, %d because I want to scan two numbers. So, %d twice, two decimal numbers, d for decimal, ampersand a comma ampersand b. So, you can understand that two decimal numbers that will be inputted by the user will be scanned within the two variables a and b. Now, how do you calculate the sum, difference and product? Very simple, sum is equal to a plus b, difference is equal to a minus b, and the product is equal to a into multiplied by b. So, these are the three things I calculate over here, sum, difference and product. Now, I will print the sum, I will print the difference and I will print the product. I can print like this, printf. I do not print the two numbers because those two numbers I have already scanned. I do not want to print the numbers. I only want to print the sum, difference and the product. So, printf, the sum is %d, and this %d will be replaced by sum, definitely the variable sum, the sum is %d. Then again printf, the difference of the two numbers is, what is the difference between the two numbers? You just write %d. Who will replace this %d? You can understand it is the difference variable, because the difference of the two numbers is in diff variable, followed by I want to print the product, printf, the product of the two, the product is like the sum is %d, product is %d. So, who will replace this %d? Definitely it is the product variable. So, this is how you print it. Once this is printed, you can get sure that now these three numbers, difference, sum, difference and product, will be printed in the same program. See what I have done? I have asked the user enter two numbers. I have gone to the new line by /n. User enters the two numbers. I scan those two numbers within a and b, %d, scanf and ampersand a, ampersand b. I enter that, I scan the two numbers in a and b. I calculate the sum is equal to a plus b, difference equal to a minus b, product equal to a into b. These variables are declared earlier, sorry. Printf, the sum is %d, so this %d will be replaced by the sum variable. The difference of the two numbers is %d of the two numbers, not a difference is %d, let us keep it same. The difference is %d, this %d will be replaced by this difference variable, diff variable. The printf, the product is %d, that %d will be replaced by the product variable. So, these are the things, this is the program which I will now execute. How to execute, how to run this program? Alt R, run. So, enter two numbers. Let me enter the two numbers. The two numbers are 7 and 5. Sorry, 7 entered, 5 entered. What will it print? The sum is 12, difference is 2, product is 35. See how it prints. The sum is 12. Immediately the difference is 2. Immediately the product is 35. It is printed correctly. See, check out, 7 plus 5 is 12, 7 minus 5 is 2. And 7 into 5 is 35. So, it is printed correctly. Only thing is it looks very bad. And why does it look so? Because I have not put the new line character. I want to print these three outputs in different lines. So, what to do? You can understand very well. Say it is printing sum is followed by the sum variable. It is not going to a new line. You are immediately printing the difference is this, and immediately you are printing the product is this. So, between these two there should be a new line. Say if I print the /n or the new line here, then after printing the sum is 12, in the previous case when I entered 7 and 5, immediately after printing the sum is 12, it will go to a new line. So, this the difference is something will be printed from a new line again, and if I put a /n over here, then after this printing this difference, then again it will go to a new line. So, it will next print the product is %d. You are not printing anything. So, the last /n may be avoided. You may put a /n over here, you may not put it, because at the end there may be a new, you may go take the cursor to a new line, you may not take, because you are not printing anything more. Anyways, I have kept it same, I put the /n in all three cases. Now, see how it runs. Alt R again, followed by run. See what happens, enter two numbers. This time I enter 8 and 5, sorry, 8 and 5. So 8 plus 5 is 13, 8 minus 5 is 3, and 8 into 5 is 40. So check out, now it prints, it looks much better. Sum is 13, difference is 3, product is 40. I think you understand this. Now I will ask you one thing. Instead of these 3 printfs, I could have used the same printf. One printf could have done my job. Say how it is possible. Say suppose I don't use these 2 printfs. These 2 printfs I don't use. Instead of these 2 printfs, I simply use the one printf, the sum is %d slash n. See, it goes to a new line after printing the sum is %d, sum, this %d is replaced by the sum, it goes to a new line. Here only in the new line, if I write the the difference is %d, difference is %d, then there only it will print the %d, but who will replace this %d? You can use a comma over here and write diff. It is going to replace this second %d, the sum is going to replace this sum, is going to replace the first %d, this %d, the diff is going to replace the second %d. You are using the same printf. How you have done it? Sum is %d, followed by a slash n, you go to a new line, followed by you write the difference is %d, and then you want to print the product. So again you print a slash n, and here only you write the product is %d, and this %d is going to be replaced by your which variable? By the product variable. This product is going to replace this variable. So %d, you may put a slash n at the end, you may not put, that is you go to a new line at the end or not, that is up to you, but one printf can do your job. I think you understand, because it is going to, after all you are going to print. So sum is %d, you go to a new line, print difference is %d, go to a new line, print product is %d, and so on. Sum, difference and product is going to replace your 3 %ds. So let me run this program once more. How to run? If you remember, Alt R. Why Alt R? You go to this run, then you enter run. See what happens? Enter 2 numbers. This time I enter 8 and 7. Sorry, 8 and 7. So sum is 15, difference is 1, product is 56. You can easily check. Yes, sum is 15, difference is 1, product is 56. It's so easy. Now if I run it once more and just enter in a reverse way 7 and 8, see what will happen? Yes, sum is 15, because 7 plus 8 is 15, difference is -1. Why? Because 7 minus 8 is -1, product is 56. So 7 into 8 is 56. It prints correctly. So I think you have understood this program. Again you may take a bit of break and we will come to the next program again. Okay. So now we want to execute a program where the output will be somewhat like this. I will show you how we want the output to be. For that I am opening Notepad. I am just searching Notepad. See, this is Notepad. So in Notepad I will just write how I want the output to be. So see, I want the output to be A in the first line, followed by A and B in the second line, then again A, B, C in the third line. This is the output that I want. I think you can understand this. I want A in the first line, I want A followed by B in the second line, I want A followed by B followed by C in the third line. So how will I write that program? Let me show you. For that I open Turbo C again. So now I will write that program. So as you can understand, let me open a new file again. You have to start with that same #include stdio.h conaio.h which I will rewrite. So #include stdio.h, sorry, #include stdio.h followed by #include conaio.h. I'm sorry again, #include conaio.h followed by the main as we normally write, followed by those brackets within which our code will be there. For that I start with that clear screen and I will want to end the program with get ch. Don't you forget that after every line you need to put this semicolon. Now my program will be staying between these two. Now firstly, in the first line, as you can understand, my printf will be only an a. So the first line will be printf a, that's fine, that's enough. But I want to go to the next line, so don't you forget that you need a /n. So printf a and go to the next line. Now what will the next line contain? The next line should contain a again, but putting a bit of gap, you should put in this b. So followed by that, again you don't forget the /n at the end. If you don't write this /n, then you don't go to the new line, it keeps on printing in the same line. So printf a followed by next line I will write a b followed by c. So a b c should be enough. You may put a /n here, may not put, it is up to you. At the end, after this you are not writing anything. So you can understand, if I execute this program, as you can see already, a is printed in the first line, ab is printed in the second line, and abc should be printed in the third line. So that is the program at the moment. Let me run this program. I think you understand this. Let me run this program. Alt R followed by run. See, I have got exactly that output which I intended to get. So a in the first line, ab in the second line, abc in the third line. Now I will go back again. I will exit from this C screen. Alt F followed by Q. You want to quit. So Q was highlighted, quit. Now you go out. Now I want to show you again that what is the output that I want in my next program. In my first program, in the previous program, I have shown A followed by AB in the second line, ABC in the third line. Now I will show you what is the next program that I want. I will open Notepad again to show you that. See, this is the program Notepad. Okay. So here I want A, B, ABC was written. Here I want something different. Now my third line will contain A, B, C. My first line will contain A over here. My second line will contain A over here, B over here. So see, it's almost the same. A in the first line, ABC in the second, AB in the second line, ABC in the third line. But see here, it looks much better. It looks a symmetry. There is a symmetry over here. Now how to print this? I think you can easily write this program. See over here, there are one space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space. After 4 space, A is written in the first line. In the second line, A is written after 1 space, 2 space. After 2 space, A is written, and after A, B is written after 3 spaces as usual. And in the third line, A at the beginning, followed by after 3 spaces B, after 3 spaces C. So if I have to write this program again, it should be very easy. If I start with the this turbo C again, you find I will again start writing a new program. I am waiting for the turbo C to open. So see, let me start from here. Let me just get rid of this program totally. I will avoid again typing this #include stdio conaio. It is already there for me. Now I start writing the program. As you can find, stdio.h, conaio.h all included, my main program within which I will be writing the code. So I start with clear screen again and end with get ch. Now between clear screen and get ch will be my program. So don't you forget printf. My first line was A, but if you write A over here, I want all of you to run this program once and see. If you run, you will find A has been written in the very beginning. I want A to be there in the middle. So what to do? I will put that 4 spaces, 1 followed by this first space, second space, third space, fourth space, A. In my second line should be printf followed by 1 space, 2 space, in my second line 1 space, 2 space, A is over here, followed by 1, 2, 3, B is over here, followed by, this is my second line. Now what is my third line? Printf A, 1, 2, 3, B over here, 1, 2, 3, C over here. You can already see that this symmetric pattern is already present over here. So, if I execute this, it should be printed A in the first line, AB in the second line, ABC in the third line, or is it? Will it be printed? I have done a mistake. I think you can already, many of you can already find that I have already done one mistake. Can someone point out and quickly correct it themselves? I will show you. If I run this program, you will find the error mistake that I have done. Alt R, run. See what happens? A in the first line, AB in the second line, ABC in the third line. Let me go back. What is the error that I made? I forgot the /n. See, though I am printing, every printf does not automatically take you to a new line. You have to go to a new line by printing this /n. So, after A you have to write a /n to go to the next line. You have to write a /n again to go to the next line. Here you may give a /n, may not give a /n because the program is ended. You may give. So, now if you run this program, after this /n, every time you go to a new line, you can understand the difference now. To run this program, now you would get the actual output that I wanted. A in the first line, AB in the second line, ABC in the third line, a fantastic and a symmetric pattern that you get. This is perfectly okay. As I had told you 2 programs before, that we can avoid 3 printfs over here. Like this printf can be totally avoided. You could have written it in one printf only, like over here, instead of this A/n you are writing, instead of going to the next line, you can write here only, because you have already gone to the next line. Instead of writing another printf, we could have given 2 spaces over here and A followed by 1, 2, 3, B over here, followed by /n, followed by A over here, 1, 2, 3, B over here, 1, 2, 3, C over here. So, in one line, and for a final /n you may give, you may not give. So, these 2 printfs you could have avoided. With one printf, this whole thing could have been easily done. You could have avoided these 3 printfs. So, this will also print that same thing that you got in the previous program. So, let us run it. I think you understand. Printf A, this will be printed in the first line with 4 gaps. /n, so it goes to the next line. After 2 gaps, A, then B. And then in the next line, A followed by B followed by C. So, if you run this program now, Alt R, run, you find out it is the same output, you get the same thing. So, once again we may take a bit of rest again and come back. Thank you. Okay. So, the next program that we will write is, say suppose somebody asks you, user will input a number and what is the number next to it. That is, if the user enters 7, you will have to output 8. If the user enters 56, you will have to output 57. That is, what is the number next to the number that the user inputs. I think you get it. Once more I repeat, user, if he enters 7, you have to output 8. If user inputs 100, you have to output 101, which means the user will enter any number, you will have to output the number next to that number. So, how to write this program? While talking to you, I have already written the basic things, #include stdio.h, kunaya.h, main. Now, my program will be staying within this main, and as we do, we start with clear screen and clear screen, so that the screen is cleared at the very beginning, and you end with get ch. So, these are the 2 things, and do not forget that after every line we put a semicolon. Now, how to write the number? Firstly, you have to get the input from the user. You have to ask the user what is the number you input, so that I can output the next number. Very simple. So, I will have to tell the user enter any number or enter the number, enter a number. So, that is, you are asking from the user enter a number. I avoid the /n today because /n at this moment, because this there is only one number that the user will input. So, enter a number colon blank space, followed by I scan that number that the user enters. So, scanf %d ampersand input, that is user's input. So, you need, I have named this variable as input. So, I need int input, I need an integer called input, I have just named it input. So, what should be your output? your output should be the next number. That is, if the user has entered 99, your output is 100. If the user has entered 88, your output is 89, sorry, 88 is the input, 89 is the output. So you need just the next number as the output. So what is that? How will you calculate that? Very simple, input plus 1 is output. So output is nothing but input plus 1, isn't it so? The output that you will give is input plus 1. What is output? Output is nothing but a variable that I have taken. So I just use this next variable as output. So your output is just the next number, output equal to input plus 1. So you write printf, now you output that number, the next number. So you write printf, the number next to the number you inputted is %d. So you have just written this is the number, the next number, that is to the number you have inputted, the next number is this. What is the number? Output. Your output should replace the %d in your program. So that is the thing, output will replace the %d. At the end you may put a /n, you may avoid it, it is at the last line, so it hardly matters. So the number next to the number you inputted is %d output, where output is nothing but input plus 1. Let me just run this program once. How to run it? Alt R, don't forget Alt R. I run it. So enter a number, let the number be 56. So what should be the output? The number next to the number you inputted is 57. So any number that you input, let me run once more. Say I run 1005. So the number next to the number you inputted is 1006. So any number you input, it will be outputting the next number. Now this program is fine, but over here I could have avoided the output variable. Say to write this program in another way, I could have avoided the output variable altogether. For example, if I would not have taken the output variable at all, is it possible? Which means I am avoiding writing output equal to input plus 1. Then printf, what number will you write over here? Which variable is going to replace your %d? What will you do over here? Very simple, you know that the number that has been inputted is scanned within your input variable. Say the user has entered 56. So your that 56 that the user has entered is there in the input variable. So you can simply write over here the next number is input plus 1. Over here only this input plus 1 is getting calculated over here. Please understand, this input plus 1 is getting calculated over here, and this is being replacing your %d totally. That is the 56, if the user has entered 56, over here directly it is calculating 57 and is replacing the %d. You will get the output. Let me run once more. Run, enter the number, let it be 43. So what will it output? The number next to the number you inputted is 44. The same thing, same way. I think you understand this. So what if the program would have been a slightly different? See, I will always tell you the same thing. You can always take a bit of break between two programs. You can pause my video and take a bit of break. However, I continue saying that what if the user would have, the program would have asked you to write the number, just the number before the number the user has entered. Say for example, user has entered 56 again, then your output is 55. Your output expected is 55. What to do? What change will I make to this program? If the user enters 100, then your output has to be 99. If the user enters 1000, your output has to be 999. If the user enters 10, your output has to be 9. If the user enters 14, your output has to be 13, which means that you need to output the number previous to it. Do you know what is the change that you need? Very simple. Instead of input plus 1, you write input minus 1, just the number previous to it. It's very simple, is not so? Again, let me run Alt R, run, enter a number, let me enter 65. What will be the output? 64. Very simple. the number previous to it is 64. So, this is the thing that you get. I believe you understood this program. Very simple. If the program would have been write the number which is 2 lesser than the number you entered. Say if the user enters 45, you need to output 43. If the user enters 57, you need to output 55. What to do? Simply replace this one by 2, input minus 2. If the user enters 76, you need 74. So, it is input minus 2 in that case. If the user enters 100, your output in this case will be 98. Let me run this program once more. Alter, run. Let me enter 100. What will be the output? The number next to the number you inputted is 98. One thing that I missed out, see in the previous program also, where I was wanting to output the previous number, I should have changed this text. It is not next to the number, it is previous to the number. Is not so? It is previous to the number you inputted is input minus 1 in this case. Say the previous program once more. Let me run. If it is 54, then the number previous to the number you inputted is 53. Achha, what is the number which is 2 lesser? The number 2 less than, the number you inputted is %d. 2 less, which means if the input was 53, your output has to be 51. In this case, you need input minus 2. Let me run it once more. Alter, run. So, enter the number 31. The number 2 less than that is 29. The number 2 less than the number you inputted is 29. As simple as that. So, I believe you understand this. You can take a bit of break. I will come back again with another program. Thank you. Okay. So, as we come back, a part of the program is already written. The hash include stdio.h, kunayo.h, then this clear screen within main, clear screen, get ch, all these are already written. Now, if you remember, I told you that we can do a plus b at the very beginning. I told you, and we were taking it in a variable sum equal to a plus b we were writing. Now, similarly, I can declare a variable called difference diff and write a minus b. Similarly, I used a variable called prod product and replaced and had taken a into b within that product. Now, what if I want a division? Similarly, I would be liking to have quotient, a variable called maybe quotient, where I want a divided by b. Very simple, I can write this. Check out this symbol. A divided by b is the quotient. So, if I input two numbers from the user a and b and output the quotient, how to write that program? Too simple now, is not it so? So, I will be needing a variable called a, I will be needing a variable called b, and I will be needing a variable called quotient. So, okay, a, b and quotient are there with me. So, definitely I will be wanting this a and b values from the user to be inputted. So, printf enter two numbers. My idea is very simple. I will be inputting two numbers from the user, and I will be dividing one number by the other, and I will print the quotient. So, enter two numbers. I put a /n because the user will enter two numbers. It will look good if I make the user input from the next line. So, enter two numbers /n, I go to the new line. Definitely I need to scan those two numbers. So, scanf followed by %d, two numbers need to be scanned. So, the two numbers that need to be scanned are a and b. So, ampersand a, ampersand b definitely. So, how to calculate the quotient? It's not as simple as that. Quotient is equal to a divided by b, and once I have calculated the quotient, I need to output the quotient. Printf the first number divided by the second number is %d. What is that? What is that %d going to replace? The quotient. That is a divided by b is this number, that is the quotient. So definitely this is the output. You check out, I have divided A by B, A divided by B. I have taken it in the variable called quotient, and I have just outputted the first number divided by the second number is the quotient. The quotient is going to replace this percent D over here. So this much should be my program, is not so? This much is enough for my program. So if I run this program, I should, if I input say 12 and 4, if I input the first number as 12, say this number as 12 and the second number as 4, definitely this quotient is going to contain the 3, so it is going to print 3 over here. Check out, Alt R, enter, it runs, enter two numbers. So as I said, 12 is my first number, 4 is my second number. First number divided by the second number is 3 because I have divided 12 by 4. Similarly, if I again run, Alt R, run, if my first number is 100, my second number is 20, 100 divided by 20 is 5, so the first number divided by the second number is 5. Simple enough, it is quite okay. Now suppose I run this program again and say my first number is say 76 and my second number is 5. So 76 divided by 5, what is it? It is 15, but there is a remainder 1. What will this show? It is going to show 15, because if I have divided 76 by 5, the quotient that comes is 15, is not it so? I run it with another example, a smaller example, Alt R, run, enter. So I divide, I take one number as 13 and the other number as 3. So 13 divided by 3, 3 into 4 is 12, remainder is 1, but the quotient is 4. So 13 divided by 3, the quotient is 4. So the first number divided by the second number is 4, that is the output. So where is the remainder? If you look at this program carefully, that means when you are dividing one number by the other, say when I am dividing 13, A is 13, suppose user has entered 13 within A, and I have again user has entered 3, so I have scanned 3 within B. So 13 divided by 3, this division sign is only going to give you the quotient, is not so? This 13 divided by 3, this division sign is only going to give you the quotient part, but where is the remainder part? Can I get this 13 divided by 3, the quotient is 4, can I get the remainder somewhere? Say suppose I declare a variable called remainder. Can I catch the remainder? Is there anything by which I can do so? Yes, I can do so. Remainder you can calculate like this, A percent B. So check out this sign, percent. This percent sign is going to give you the remainder when A is divided by B. So say suppose the user has entered 13 and 3. So A divided by B, 13 by 3 is going to give you the quotient 4, but 13% B is going to give you the remainder when 13 is divided by 3. So when 13 is divided by 3, the quotient is 4, the remainder is 1, but this percent is going to give you the remainder, so this remainder is going to be 1. So that is how this percent is used to catch the remainder when one number is divided by the other. So if I run this program now, oh no, before running it I must also print the remainder. So first number divided by the second number, I can write quotient, the first number divided by the second number, quotient is percent D, remainder is, gap will do better, remainder is percent D again, but this percent D has to be replaced by whom? By the remainder variable, because that is where I have got it. So quotient and remainder, so I have written exactly this, that the first number divided by the second number, quotient is percent D, that is quotient is maybe 13 divided by 3, this quotient 4, and remainder is percent D, that is 13 divided by 3, remainder is 1. So that is what I have outputted. Let me just check this program by running once, Alt R, enter. So I enter 13 and 3. The first number divided by the second number, quotient is 4, remainder is 1. I think you understand this very clearly. Say for example, if I say Alt R, enter, 28 and 5. So the quotient 28 divided by 5, quotient is 5, remainder is 3. Check out, the first number divided by the second number, quotient is 5, remainder is 3. If I divide, if I again do it, Say I say 23 divided by 4 is not, it's 5 remainder 3. Check out the first number divided by the second number, quotient is 5, remainder is 3 because 23 divided by 4, that is the thing. I think you understand this. So again I am going to go back, I am going to go out of the screen now because I want to explain something as the second program, as my next program. So yeah, you can have a bit of break, but when you come back you should start exactly from here. So I continue from here only, saying that now I want to explain you something that I am going to write, a next code, a next program that I am going to write. What is the next program? It is slightly on a little more difficult side. Say for example, I am going to open the notepad so that you understand it better. So notepad, if I open notepad very quickly, I'm just finding this notepad, where is it? Yeah, here, notepad. So if I open this notepad, I am going to write the next program that I want you to understand, or I want you to write. So the problem statement goes like this. I am going to input a number from the user. Say user has inputted, has given me a number 43. I am going to tell that what is the next number after 43 which is divisible by 9. That is, your output in this case will be 45. If the user has inputted, like your input is 43, your output should be 45. How come? 43 is the input. What is the next number after 43 which is divisible by 9? See, the next number after 43 is 45 which is divisible by 9. Say suppose your input is 51. Can you tell me what should be the output? The output should be 54, because 54 is the next number after 51 which is divisible by 9. Say for example, the input is 8. What should be the output? The output should be 9 in this case, because 9 is the next number after 8 which is divisible by 9. Say suppose your input is 15. What should be your output? Your output should be 18, because 18 is the number after 15 which is divisible by 9. I think I have given enough example, but still I continue with another example. Say suppose your input is 92. Then what is the number which is after 92 and divisible by 9? No doubt the output should be 99, because the next number after 92 which is divisible by 9 is 99. I think this is enough. For the time being, I keep it like this, that the user is only going to input a 2-digit number. User is always going to input a 2-digit number. Let me take this and continue. Even if it is more than that, program can be done, easily it can be done, but still for the time being, for easy understanding purpose, I keep it to 2-digit. As we gradually go on through this programming sessions, you will be skilled enough to write any program with any number of digits. So let me open the Starbucks editor once more and write this program. How to write it? Okay, before writing this, can I go back to Notepad once more and explain how to write this program? See, the way of writing this program can be a bit tricky. Like you can say, suppose this 43. How can I write this program? One thing I can do is I divide this 43. I just pick out the 2 digits 4 and 3. From 43, I pick out the 2 digits separately 4 and 3. Now what I do is I add these 2 digits 4 and 3. I add. What do I get? I get 7. I subtract 7 from 9. What do I get? 2. I add this 2 with 43. What do I get? 45. So that should be my output. I explain once more with the next thing. 51. You divide 51 into 2 digits 5 and 1. 51 you divide, you break up into 2 digits 5 and 1. What you do is you add these 2 digits 5 plus 1. What do you get? 6. Take 9, subtract 6 from it. What do you get in return? 3. Add this 3 with 51. What do you get? You get your output 54. Is not it so? Say 8. I told you I am going to deal with 2 digits, but it is okay. You can do this also. You divide 8 into 2 digits. What are the 2 digits? 0 and 8. Is not it so? 0 and 8. You add 0 plus 8. Sorry, 0 plus 8. What do you get? You get 8. 9 minus 8. What is that? 1. Take this one, add it with 8. What do you get? You get the number you intend, output 9. I think I am clear. One more example still. 15. You break this 15 into 1 and 5. So 1 and 5. You add these 2 digits 1 plus 5. What do you get? You get 6. Then you take 9, subtract 6 from it. What do you get? 3. Go back, add this 3 with 15. What do you get in return? You get 18. Your output is 18. So this is how you can do it. But the last example I will do to explain you one more thing, that is 9 and 2. See, if you divide the 2 digits of 92, you get 9 and 2. If you add this 2, you get 9 plus 2, 11. I cannot stop over here because 11 is still a 2-digit number. 11 is still a 2-digit number. So you again break up 11 into 2 digits, 1 plus 1, that is 2. And when you get this 2, if you subtract 9 minus 2, what do you get? 7. You add this 7 with 92. What do you get? You get your intended output, that is 99. So this is how you can write the program. Let me not take these cases where the digits are coming up to be 2-digit numbers or something like this. It may be a little bit difficult, but there are a few cases where I can solve it very easily. For the time being, I take user is always going to input you with digits which are the sum of which will be lesser than 9, or maybe user is always going to input something which is maybe lesser than 40 or something like that, so that the program becomes easy. Anyway, you have understood this. Let me try to write this program. Sorry. Okay, so let me write this program. Hash include stdio.h, hash include conaio.h, main. I write this take this program. So I will be inputting a number. Sorry, clear screen. Clear screen to start with, get ch to end with. All this will be explained to you in due time, why we need clear screen, why we will need get ch. For the time being, we continue with the program. So yeah, I will be inputting one number from the user. So int number, let me call it number. So that number I must tell the user printf enter a number. My duty is to output the number next to it which is divisible by 9. Let me scan this number within the variable called number, which I have declared already. Now what to do with this number? As I told you, you need to, if this number is 53, you need 5 and 3. Can you tell me how? See, 53, if you divide this 53 by 10, then you get 5. But if you divide 53 and extract the remainder after dividing by 10, then you get 3. Check out. 53 by 10, that is 53 divided by 10, the quotient is 5, and 53% 10, the quotient is 3. So, you get the two digits 5 and 3 like this. If you divide by 10, you get the first digit. If you extract the remainder after dividing by 10, you get the next digit. Like if the number is 64, if you divide 64 by 10, then you get the first digit 6. But if you divide 64 by 10 and extract the remainder, then you get the next digit 4. So, this is how I can do it. So, my number is within a variable called number. So, you can say first digit, a variable called f digit, first digit, and a variable called s digit, second digit. So, I think you understand this. I declare a variable called f digit or first digit, and I declare a variable called second digit, which is s digit. How do you get the first digit? If you divide the number by 10, you get the first digit, and if you divide the number by 10 and extract the remainder, then you get the second digit. So, you have got the two digits together. Now, sum of digits, you can call it sum of digits. I deliberately declare a variable called sum of digits. Sum of digits. What is this sum of digits variable? How do you get it? You simply add the first digit, which is within f digit, and the second digit, you get the sum of digits. This sum of digits need to be subtracted from 9. So, the difference is 9 minus sum of digits. I think you understand this, because if the number was 53, if this number inputted by the user was 53, then f digit contains 5, s digit contains 3. You add 5 and 3 and you get 8. So, you subtract 9 minus 8, you get 1. This 1 needs to be added to the number in order to get the output. So, the number you simply printf the number next to the number you inputted divisible by 9 is %d. Can you tell me what is that number? You simply add the difference with the number. This difference you add with the number, you get it. I explain once more. Suppose the number is say 42. The number entered is 42. So, you divide 42 by 10, you get the first digit 4. 42% 10 is 2. So, the two digits are 4 and 2. Add the two digits 4 and 2, what do you get? You get the sum of digits 6. Subtract 9 minus 6 is 3. So, if you get this 3 in difference. Now, if you add this 3 with number, then 42 plus 3 makes it 45, the next number. So, what is the output? The output is number plus the difference. So, you simply write over here number plus difference, that is the output. Do not forget to declare the difference, which I have not done over here. This difference variable I have used, I need to declare that. So, difference again you declare. So, I think you get this, the number next to the number you inputted divisible by 9 is %d, number plus difference. I explain it once more. Suppose the input was 31. So, the number next to 31, which is divisible by 9, is 36 definitely. So, 31, f digit is number by 10 is 3. So, f digit is 3, s digit is number %10 is 1, 31 divided by 10, remainder is 1. So, this is 1. So, 3 and 1 you get easily. Sum of digits is 3 plus 1, which makes it 4. Now, 9 minus 4 is 5. So, difference contains 5. So, number is 31, difference is 5. So, number plus difference is 31 plus 5, which makes it 36. So, number next to number you inputted is 36. So, I think you can run this program and check once more very quickly. Enter the number 31, answer is 36. After 31, I run with another input, say 42. What is the next number? 45. You check another example, Alt R, 61. What is the next number? Divisible by 9, 63. It's 63, and so on. Though this program still will not work over everything, like if you run it and give 92 as an input, it will not give you the correct number. It gives you the number before, not 99, it is giving you 90, because this program does not incorporate the part that you keep on adding till you get a 1-digit number. Like 92 is 9, F digit contains 9, S digit contains 2. So 9 plus 2 is 11, your sum of digits contains 11, it does not contain 2. So you need that 11, you need to divide, you make it 2. So 9 minus 2, before you make the 9 minus 2, 9 minus the digit, you need to make that 11 2, which is not happening. As a result, this is not working. So this works only with few numbers, not with everything. However, how to do it with the entire number or all set, how it works, you will be gradually understanding one by one. So thank you. I think we can come back after a bit of rest again, but you have understood the basic thing how you do it. Okay, so as I come back, let me take up another example, similar example. Say suppose this time if your input is 57, your output should be 60. You check out what? If your input is 41, your output should be 50. If your input is 36, your output should be 40. If your input is 81, your output should be 90. If your input is 83, still your output is 90. If your input is 86, still your output is 90. What I mean is, you need to output the next number which is divisible by 10. 57, what is the next number after 57 which is divisible by 10? 60. Input is 41, what is the next number after 41 which is divisible by 10? 50. Input is 36, what is the next number after 36 divisible by 10? 40. Input is 81, what is the next number after 81 divisible by 10? It is 90. So I think you understand what I need to output. Similarly 83, next number after 83 divisible by 10 is 90. Similar for 86, the next number after 86 divisible by 10 is 90. So how to do it? Very easy. Say input 57, what is the first digit after, what is the first digit in 57? You only need to calculate the first digit in 57. The first digit in 57 is 5. So what is 5, sorry, what is 5 plus 1? It is 6. What is 6 into 10? It is 60. So that's your output 60. So I will explain once more with 41. Input 41, what is the first number in 41? 4. What is 4 plus 1? It is 5. What is 5 into 10? It is 50. So that's your output. I think you understand the logic, how it works. This is the logic, this logic only you need to calculate in your mind to write a program. Otherwise, writing the program is not that difficult. You can easily catch it how to do. But what you need to do is, you need to find this logic. Like 36, first digit is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So 4 into 10 is, what is that? 4 into 10 is 40. So that is your output 40. So this is how you work. Like 81, what is the first digit? Your first digit is, in 81 your first digit is 8. What is 8 plus 1? 8 plus 1 is 9. What is 9 into 10? 90. Similarly 83, what is the first digit of 83? 8. What is 8 plus 1? 9. What is 9 into 10? 9 into 10 is 90. And so on. Same for 86, first digit is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 into 10 is 90. This is how you can easily write your program. So let me go again to this Turbo C and try to write this program. Just let me quit once. once more. So let me write this program now. I will not get rid of the stdio.h, kunayo.h, no, I will simply delete this program. Okay, so again I should not have deleted clear screen and get ch, let it be as it is. Clear screen to start with, get ch to end with, and between these two is my program. What to do? So printf, I tell the user enter a number, colon, a bit of space, and over here I scan that number, scanf %d ampersand number. So that is the thing. Now I want the first digit out of this number. So let me have that int f digit. F digit means first digit. How to calculate the first digit? If it is 53, then first digit is 5. How do you get it? 53 divided by 10 is your 5. Say the number is 42. 42 divided by 10 is 4. So the first digit is 4. So it is number divided by 10. That is your first digit. So you need your f digit plus 1 into 10. So if it is 43, you already get the 4 in f digit. If you do 4 plus 1 into 10, so your output should be, you check out what? Your output is f digit, f digit plus 1. That is, if this is 43, then 43 divided by 10 is 4. So f digit is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. You need 5 into 10. So f digit plus 1 can be put within bracket, and then you multiply 10 with it. That is your output. So the number, you can simply printf. I think you understand, this is the output. So printf, the number next to the number you inputted divisible by 10 is %d. What is that %d? Who is going to replace this %d? Your variable called output. So that is what is going to replace it. I again explain, your output has to be declared, don't you forget. So I do that part, output. Now you check out what? Number, enter number. Suppose the number was 76. So the number 76 has been scanned within the number variable. So number variable is 76. Number divided by 10 is 7. So their first digit, f digit is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8, f digit plus 1 into 10. 8 into 10 is 80. So your output is 80. That is what you have got. Let me run this program once and check whether it, okay, an error. Oh, what error is it? Oh, undefined symbol number. Oh, sorry, I absolutely forgot to declare number. This is one mistake programmers often do. They forget to declare. Doesn't matter, I have declared it now. So let me run once more. Alter, enter a number 76. So the number next to the number you inputted divisible by 10 is 80. This time it is going to work fine for everything without any exception like the previous one. 91, the next number is 100. So you run it with that 92 again, 92 is 100. You run it again with 12, it is 20. So this is going to run. I think you have understood this program. We can take again a bit of break and come back with the next, totally a different part of programming, totally a new set of programs. Thank you.